Well, good day everybody, and welcome to my channel Whisky Journey. Today I've got another single malt Scotch whisky review for you guys. This time I'm going to be travelling back to Islay and trying out this bottle from the Caol Ila distillery. This particular bottle was bottled by an independent bottler called Halcyon Spirits. They're a fairly new independent bottler. This is their 5th release, I believe. The first 4 releases, the first one was a Macallan, second was Auchentoshan, third was Caol Ila, and fourth was Burnside, which is a teaspoon Balvenie. As I say, this is now their 5th release, and this is from the Caol Ila distillery, 17 years of age. They don't really mention the cask maturation, but my guess would be a bourbon cask. Non-chill filtered, natural colour. Cask strength as well at 56% ABV. Only 273 bottles, distilled on the 10th of April 2007 and bottled on the 29th of August of this year. Presentation is quite nice as well. All of Halcyon Spirits bottles come in this neat little presentation box, but obviously it's down to the spirit and what it tastes like. That's the most important thing. I have tried their Burnside, which is excellent. I still need to review that. The first 3 releases were quite expensive and pretty much out of my budget. The Macallan, Auchentoshan and the Caol Ila were quite expensive, so I haven't got those, but I thought this was a fair enough price for a 17-year-old Caol Ila. Okay, right, so let's just get on straight into the tasting notes. Be honest, it's been ages since I've had anything from Caol Ila. Can't remember the last time I had Caol Ila. Definitely in my opinion, one of the more underrated Islay distilleries. When you think of Islay, you think of Ardbeg, you think of Lafroig, and those types of distilleries. Kilchoman as well, obviously one of the newer distilleries. But Caol Ila kind of, I don't know, the official bottlings that I've had been a bit lackluster. So I thought that an independent bottling was a good choice to try it. To try the Caol Ila again for me anyway. Okay, so right, as usual guys, we'll just get straight into the tasting notes, and we'll start with the nose first and see what the nose gives us. This has been resting now for about 20 minutes. Okay, right, so on the nose, smokiness, smoked bacon, barbecue meats, definitely. There's peat as well. With Caol Ila, very difficult to, well, not difficult to describe as such, but when I smell Caol Ila, I think of a vegetal style peat, or definitely a floral nature. There's definitely a floral nature on this. Creamy custard, almost like vanilla custard creams. Definitely the influence from the barrel coming out. There's a bit of oak there too, some wood, but not in any way dominant. There's a honeyed, almost sweet, very sweet honeyed sort of note as well. It's a delightful nose, really. Not too much alcohol sting at 56% ABV either. So all in all, it's just a lovely, fresh nose. Maybe a bit hint of lime too, but mainly dominated by the smoke, the barbecue sort of meat, and it's a briny edge too as well. Definitely a coastal edge on this. Yeah, like sea spray as well. Beautifully coastal as well. Okay, but definitely led by that vegetal style peat. Okay, so let's just get onto the palate and see what we get. That's a lovely smoky finish. Lots of salt, sea spray and brine. Beautiful finish. So initial arrival in the palate, quite chewy, quite oily, thick mouthfeel. Initially greeted with quite a lot of pepper. Definitely not what I would say alcoholic, but definitely a pepper spice from the barrel, in my opinion. That kind of hits you initially. And then after that sort of pepper spice, you're getting that vegetal style peat. There's vanilla and vanilla custard. Definitely a salty, briny edge. Sea spray that comes sort of mid-palate. Beautiful. A little bit of lime in my opinion as well. Very, very slight floral edge too. And then in the finish, increasingly smoky. Trails of peat. And that beautiful maritime influence just lingers in the palate just now, along with that sort of vanilla custard edge. Definitely, in my opinion, bourbon. I don't think there's much, well, I don't think there's any sherry influence in this. I'm not tasting any sherry. Definitely a bourbon influence in my opinion, which is not a bad thing at all. A little bit of oak lingering in the finish, but very, very mild in my opinion. Quite spirit-led this, but beautifully, beautifully coastal on the end, as I said. I'm not going to add water to this because I've tried it with water and I actually prefer it just at its natural strength. Okay, so going for one more sip and just see if the tasting notes kind of stay the same. Again, that pepper spice leading the way initially, and then the beautiful smoke and peat, vegetal style peat, floral nature, almost honey texture as well. That brings a lot of sweetness. It's quite a sweet dram in my opinion. I'm not detecting much bitterness at all. There's a little bit of oak, as I've already said, a little bit of wood, but very, very light. There's almost a sweet sour sort of sourness going on there. Definitely some lemon or lime I'm detecting now as well. Maritime influence, some smoked fish as well. Sea spray, as I've said already. Just absolutely stunning, guys. Absolutely beautiful. I'm glad that I got this because I haven't had Caol Ila in ages, and my peated collection is a bit thin, to be honest. I've got a few others that I want to review as well, but as it stands, highly recommended bottle in my opinion. I got this at 10% off on Still Spirits website. I had a voucher that I could use, and I think it's well worth the money in my opinion. It's not cheap, but quality, definitely quality spirit in my opinion. Complexity wise, do I think it's the most complex dram I've had recent times? Probably not. I think their Burnside release, their previous release from this, I mean, it's a completely different dram, but it definitely has more complexity, but it is a lot older, 27 years or 28 years of age, I think. But yeah, if you're looking for a peated dram of good quality, decent maturation in years as well, 17 years of age, I would definitely pick this up, guys. If you're a fan of Caol Ila, I'm sure you'll find a lot to enjoy with it. And if you haven't had Caol Ila in ages, I would definitely recommend getting something like this as a treat. Okay. Right, so highly, highly recommended, guys. And that's pretty much wraps things up for the review. So if you enjoy my content, guys, then just please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is always appreciated. But as usual, folks, there's not much else to say, except have a fantastic day. I'll see all of you again soon. Take care. Cheers.